I'm having a party, and you're invited.
Is that when you got the boner?
That is a flat out lie.
That's a flat out lie.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing a podcast, guys.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
It is good to be amongst the living here. We are the Outcast Podcast. I think we're all living at this point.
Yeah, probably so, yeah.
You got a pulse over there, Memphis?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah.
How about you, Tomcat? What's your sitting pulse rate?
It's good. It's good. I'm not sure what 98?
That's kind of high, actually.
Is it? Probably.
Kind of like you. Hi.
Yeah, definitely.
Hi, Tomcat.
Definitely.
As you will see, we have not a brand new Outcast because he has been on the show before, but occasionally an Outcast will be out doing whatever it is Outcasts do when they miss a show.
Ramo, he's got E. coli in his lower abdomen.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, terrible.
That don't feel good. That don't sound like it feel good. Yikes.
Disgusting.
What was he
Disgusting.
eating? What do you think he was eating?
Probably
Who
McDonald's
knows,
or some
man?
shit.
Yeah.
Didn't he learn
His
from
cooking
the
is
last
terrible.
time?
It's bad.
So we have a replacement Outcast today. We appreciate him filling in. Let's say hello to our Brown member this week, Cubano, my man.
Brown.
Could be the right this week. Let's hear it for Manny.
Hey.
What's up, Manny?
What's up, Manny?
What's up? E. coli free?
Yeah, bringing no E. coli to the program. If you'll notice, Manny, I have my Knicks jersey on. Oak is representing. I did get some love for the Knicks from my friend Manny. He comes from New York. He also taught me about Tribe Called Quest, taught me about the Wu-Tang Clan.
That's great music there.
So you're responsible.
He
stuff.
represents the NYC, Manny. It's always
good stuff.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm a little older than I look, but then at the same time, my man Oak, they had him banned from Madison Square Garden. They're about to let him back in.
Yeah, I
What
heard
did he
we
get
can
banned
win these
for?
next 2 games.
he roughed somebody up or something, didn't he?
He got banned because he was too wild in the stands.
Yes.
And he was going hard against James Dolan, the owner of the franchise.
And
Well,
that's,
he was an
Dang.
asshole and he sucked.
Yeah.
So he deserved right.
so do you think the Knicks have what it takes?
No, I see it.
Oh, there's the big oak right there, the big
There
oak
he
tree.
is.
He
Boom.
is an oak.
Get
Now
your
I
ass
see
off
why
me.
they call him the oak.
I'll tell you a story
a tall
about
person.
Big Oak. You know, there's only one player that, for some reason, was not intimidated by Michael Jordan, and that's why I believe they have a strong friendship. Is Charles Oakley? He played for the Bulls, if you remember. Played with Michael Jordan, and Michael. I mean, he punched Steve Kerr in the face. Would make Scottie Pippen practically be in tears. His opponents were afraid of him. Reggie Miller still to this day doesn't want to talk to the guy because he said bad things about his family on the court. I mean, Michael Jordan was anything I got to do to win.
A menace.
No friends. But
He
for
was
some reason.
he was the P. Diddy of the NBA.
Yes, he was. No nonsense.
I think Diddy
well,
was a
hopefully-
little too friendly.
that might
is
be
the
a
thing
little
with
too
Diddy.
far. That was
Well,
a
we
little
don't know
too
anything allegedly about Michael Jordan's freak out, so we don't want to start. Listen, Manny is a guest, ladies and gentlemen. We isn't let him get us in trouble.
But Charles Oakley, the oak tree, was a guy that for some reason him and Jordan were like buddies. They were friends. But nobody else got to be friends with Jordan, got close to him. But for some reason, Oakley, but you see, he was an intimidating guy. Even Michael Jordan could not intimidate Oakley as I wear his jersey. A little disheartening, though, that the Knicks had all that hype, and then they seemed to be crumbling. They did last night.
Oh, that wasn't very nice.
They lost by a few points. Do you think, Manny, that they can come back and beat the Pacers and win this series? Is it possible?
It's gonna be a little tough, man. These guys, I don't know where they're getting this where the Pacers are getting this energy from. And I don't want to speculate because I don't know facts, but you know, there's a certain type of drug that.
Drugs? What do you think they're? You think they're all
Viagra?
There's a little certain type of thing that gives people a little boost.
Like what?
Because these guys play boosted, man. But the Pacers, they.
Fuck you, man.
How,
You
how
saying
is this
that
guy?
they're all coked
This
up?
guy is all over Brunson, like he doesn't take a break.
That's good defense, man.
It
What are you
is
talking about?
good. It is good, but it is not a
talking about?
normal
That's
thing.
a hot
This
take.
guy
Yeah, it is. Have you not watched
not-
some of the other guards playing in the NBA?
No.
Defense is that thing.
This guy is guarding him spectacularly.
Halliburton, you talking about?
No.
Haysmith. Haysmith,
Is
he been Dean Brunson as of the
It's
whole season.
Naismith, yes.
Naismith,
yes,
yeah, he
yes.
been
Oh,
Dean his ass up.
He is. Listen,
that's
I'm
his
just joking
defense.
about the
I know
drugs.
you're
I'm
kidding. I
joking
know
about
you're
the drugs,
kidding.
but
'Cause they
he's
test him, obviously.
spectacular. Like his defense, he doesn't let him come up the court.
Now he getting them like 32 feet.
Yeah,
Like,
it's spectacular.
That's
It
crazy.
really is an amazing thing, and it is. It's hard for the Knicks to run their offense if they shutting down Brunson coming up the court. So
and
it
Brunson,
is a
what did he score? Did he
spectacular
he had 32 last night?
thing. He scores his
He
points.
still
but-
score his points, but
yeah.
it seemed like we gonna keep chopping the head off the snake, but everybody else ain't gonna be able to eat that much.
I'll tell you this: the
Damn.
NBA definitely wants the Knicks in the finals because think about the teams that we could have in the finals: OKC versus the Pacers. What national draw does that have? If I'm Adam Silver, the commissioner, I'm worried because this could be one of the worst finals as far as ratings and revenue goes in a long time.
I don't think so. I think if
You think
it's-
people will be into a OKC Indiana final?
Hell yeah.
Maybe
If-
a real hardcore NBA
Yeah,
fan, but
There are a lot of hardcore NBA fans out here. Everybody's not a casual.
I think the league wants the Knicks versus Ant-Man. That's what they want.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
You know, Halliburton got voted the most underrated player. Or
He's
something to
good.
that
Yeah,
effect.
that boy nice.
He's good.
He's nice.
So
He had like a triple-double in the first half last
Yeah,
night.
he
Man,
had,
I mean, he's amazing. He really is playing amazing.
he came out.
I watched the game between the Pacers and the Knicks, and when the Pacers pulled ahead, they were pulling some crazy shit where they were just much faster up and down the court that I was seeing, and they had one possession where even the announcers were like, "Dude, the ball didn't even hit the ground. They just passed it, toop, 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 and the guy dunked it. But dink, done." They move fast. I don't know if they're on drugs, but
How was your
they're fast.
Memorial Day weekend, Tomcat, by the way?
Oh, it was good. It was a party. It was a party all weekend on the beach. People partying in the Gulf of America, I tell you what.
People were partying. I heard they had to
Sure it
close
is.
the stores because there was too many people down there.
They did. They closed the hotel and the stores, the bars, and all that shit.
Damn.
Because it was just too many. There was just like we can't handle this
There
at
was-
this moment.
Too many people down there. That's right.
It's wild.
It was crazy.
All right, let's go to Memphis. We haven't checked in with him. How was your Memorial Day weekend? What's up with you, man?
Hey man, it was chill, dude. I didn't even realize it was Memorial Day weekend until Friday. Yeah.
That's when you figured it out that
Somebody
summer's
told me
here?
that. I was like, wait a minute, it sure the hell is, because I don't be thinking about it. But it was cool nonetheless.
Well,
you know,
you
man, I
have
got-
to give reference to the soldiers on Memorial Day, Memphis.
Man, I don't even
Come
think
on,
about
Memphis.
I don't even think about most days.
Did you see what? Hey, did you see what your boy Trump did on Memorial Day? You know,
I did not.
he went out there and made a post.
I
and
thought it
and
was an all right
He
post.
called people the scum. I want to know, Tomcat, who is the scum that he's referring to? Because I know there are bad people out
The
there.
bad people, you know who they are, Gentry.
But on
Democrats.
on
No, I'm just kidding. Just fucking
On
around.
Memorial Day weekend, I support the president. I think that Trump is doing a lot of good things. And I just could do without the post, though, that say, Happy Memorial Day to all, including the
Yes,
scum.
yes.
Oh, at least
I
he
agree
said
with you.
he included the scum in the happy.
And what'd he say?
He said, this is what he said, Happy Memorial Day to all the comma, including the scum, that spent the last 4 years trying to destroy our country
Yeah.
through warped, radical left minds who allowed 21 million people and illegally, but no reference. I see no reference to the troops.
Did he put 21 million?
It says 21 million.
I had a big argument with this guy the other day, and he said it was 12 million. And I looked it up on the chat GPT, and it was 12 million. It said on there, so I don't know if it's
So
21 or 12.
Trump said
That-
it was
it's like
21.
the exact number backwards.
I just think that if you're trying to unite people, I understand he has a hard-on for the scum.
Get the scum.
But when you're trying to unite people and it's Memorial Day, maybe you could have used maybe a better choice of words.
I agree
than
with you,
scum.
Gentry. Stay positive.
yeah,
Keep
stay
it positive. Yes, I agree with you.
What about
But-
you, Manny? Do you feel like you like that he's calling out the scum, or does it offend you that the president is on Memorial Day using the word scum in a tweet, I guess it was.
It doesn't offend me personally. Nah, because I'm not scum. Like if you gotta understand the context of what he's talking about. So like these are people. He's referring to people that, in his perception, did damage to the country and damage to, the positivity of us going forward. And
They're not making America great again.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's what he says. I mean, he doesn't always use the most politically friendly words, but it's what it is.
Stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters.
There you go.
That was round one. Trump was a little wild. Round one, Trump.
Yeah, he definitely seems like he's on a vindictive trail right now. I just want positivity for the world. Like, let's hear from somebody that wants to talk about something positive. Let's move on to our next topic.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw, he don't ever get tired. We know that. Kevin Gates, if you're familiar with the rapper Kevin Gates, he recently went on a podcast with Paul Pierce, the former Boston Celtic, and he said some pretty interesting things that got me to thinking that maybe I'm doing it all wrong all these years, because it seems like it's working for Kevin Gates, and it even enlightened and it gave Paul Pierce, he raised his eyebrows on it. I don't know if you saw this appearance on this podcast, but let's roll the tape from the truck, and then we'll comment. This is just from the last 18 hours ago. Let's hear from Kevin Gates.
Masturbated and felt guilty and shameful afterwards?
Man.
He said, have you ever masturbated?
Have you ever watched porn and masturbated and celebrated another man's success?
Oh.
Cause like I don't watch porn because I noticed my neural path started changing. I used to though.
I don't think I've ever been into porn.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful. I was at one time.
Yeah.
I used to be watching porn, talking about, man, that nigga killing that whole son. And I used to sit there and masturbate and watch porn. I used to sneak and do it till one time this brother had told me, he say, you know that's self-mutilation.
Interesting.
Oh, boy.
He said, you celebrating you jacking off to another man's success.
Don't be rude. Oh.
It's other ways to stimulate yourself mentally. And then he started telling me about sex transmutation, where you could take that sexual energy and channel it into your workouts, into your craft, into your music. You were channel it into whatever it is that you focused on at the time. And that's when I was like, that's crazy. Like, if you pleasure-driven, you develop addictions. If you purpose-driven, you develop riches.
I like that. Now, this is not really new, right? Because athletes always say, or people that fight, they don't have sex before a fight.
Before a race or anything like that. Nah, you locked in. You locked in. Because,
this is not new information.
So he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, the whole jacking off to somebody else's success, that's comical as fuck. But everybody into if you like porn, everybody watch different kind of shit. You know what I mean? So whatever. I mean, listen, God bless him, man. Do yoga. I love to do yoga. Do hot yoga. Listen, that shit helps, man. Do yoga.
I do think he spoke. This whole interview is an hour and 20 minutes.
Hour and 26 minutes.
26
and he talks like this the whole time. I just feel like man, he's so hung up on his whole shit and himself. It's just I've just never seen somebody that's just so serious about all this fucking
Well, the Kevin
shit.
Gates I knew versus like the Kevin Gates now, he's grown a lot because people don't realize Kevin Gates was he's a street dude. Like he's one of them ones, and did serious time for some serious shit to where he is now. His mental, like he's finding a bigger, better purpose than what he experienced. I mean, like when you've been to the lows of lows and you know what that life brings, you're in search of something that's always better, and whatever it is to make you better, that's natural. You can be out for it. I salute him. I'm right there with him.
Well, this is a quote that I find interesting as he goes on this podcast. He said there are exercises that you can do to move the energy from the prostate all the way up the spinal cord, and it can touch the crown chakra. Explain to me, Tomcat, maybe, or who knows? What is the crown chakra? I'm sorry, I'm ignorant to this.
The crown chakra is like your highest state of consciousness, I do believe.
Okay.
Right. So you meditate to get your mind so quiet that you can access this this knowledge. You know, basically, you want to quiet yourself to achieve.
This is interesting.
Well, it's what it is. I mean, people may joke about it, and that's totally fine. That's why your life can continue to be fucked up. But when you practice self-control of yourself, like true self, like you find your true inner peace, because most people won't ever know what their true inner peace is, but they chase with like drugs and alcohol and shit. When there's a natural way to do it, I'm not saying don't drink like booze or whatever, because I love my tequila, you know what I mean, and I smoke weed and shit like that, so I'm not gonna say that. But there's a time where you find your inner self, the inner peace, where you separate yourself from like everything, your wife, kids, your job, whatever, because you got to find time for yourself, because if you don't, you're a walking self-destructive person.
Manny, do you know who Kevin Gates is, Manny? I know you're from the old school hip hop.
No, I know he's a R&B. He's an R&B.
No,
he's a rapper.
He had a song called "I Don't Get Tired." He had 6 jobs, I believe, if I remember right.
He had 2 phones too.
Yeah, I had 2 phones, 6 jobs. He didn't get tired, and he has one really. He's got another one called Really. He really likes that. I really like that song actually.
What sticks out of my mind is like, so you got these guys, they're artists, and so they get women thrown at them, in a crazy kind of way. So like maybe these guys get tired of that. Maybe they gotta figure out,
you don't
like,
listen to the music.
Other things.
He don't get tired. Actually, he talks about that.
His music says he doesn't get tired.
That's one of his songs.
I don't know. I could just imagine if you're dealing with women throwing themselves at you every day, you might develop a different type of way to react or think about, how you're gonna handle that.
So ChatGPT says the crown chakra, also known as the Sahasrara in Sanskrit, is the 7th and highest energy center in the traditional Hindu and yogic chakra system. I said Shakira.
Yes, Shakira.
Those hips don't lie.
The Shakira system.
He went on into the interview to talk about that he felt like he was an angel. He also talked about how he no longer ejaculates. He keeps it all inside when he makes love to a woman. If we have that other clip from this is from $1 Million Game.
He jizzes into his own mouth.
I've been on like a 5-year semen retention journey. See what most people don't. You gonna release every now and then. It's like you gonna have a wet dream here and there. You gonna release, but you don't beat yourself up about it, because anything that's in your body that need to come out gonna naturally come out.
Get it
but
back
I don't
in there.
watch porn and masturbate, and even when I'm with a woman, once she get off, I'm done.
No, Negatron.
Yo, life force is sacred. I tell men that everybody laughed at me when I first talked about it on y'all podcast. Not everybody talking about they do it now.
Oh yeah, everybody's I guess doing this now. Everybody's doing it. You get a woman off and then you hold everything in.
First off, I'm getting off before her. No, I'm just kidding.
That sucks.
Typically.
Twice.
They got pills for that shit, man.
Before she gets her pants off. No.
What are those pills that you can get? I heard you can get a honey pack, or somebody told me.
I don't know.
About
We ain't talking about them unless they giving us some money.
Okay, well, see if
or
we can't
free
find
product.
We'll see if we can't get some product. All right, well, let's move on to
guys in the back. Take care of that.
Our next topic. I thought that was interesting. What he was Kevin.
Yeah,
Gates
he's
was
an
talking
interesting
about.
guy. I mean, he's got it all plotted out there for sure.
I respect it.
He
will go on and on. I would not want to be stuck drinking a beer with him though.
We have one other clip
At
we'd
least
like
he got
to play.
standards.
Before we go though, the guys in the truck, they enlightened me on this particular clip. This is him. He was questioned about something. He was so confident that he was correct that he said, right now, if I'm lying, God can come down and like do something to his children. Roll the tape.
Start no car battery with your bare hands. You did not start no car battery with your bare hands.
If I didn't, may God murder my children. I hate that I even spoke about that. If I didn't, may God murder my children.
No, don't say that.
Please, kill them today. Right now, today.
He's a crazy guy.
Kill my kids today if I'm lying.
It's a spiritual journey.
He said he started a car with his bare hands, without the battery.
What the fuck did this dude just say?
And
Exactly.
if he's lying, kill his kids.
Well,
I'm just gonna dodge that one. Yep, I'm gonna step right out the way.
That's a weird one.
Yep.
Kevin Gates. I like his music. I like
He doesn't
his
get
music.
tired of
Bless his
being
heart.
weird.
All right, the next thing we're going to talk about, how about the American Music Awards? How far it has fallen some of the worst ratings that this show ever had was this past Sunday night, despite the fact that they had J-Lo dancing on the stage. This is the 2025 American Music Awards. We'll show a quick clip here. But this was televised this past weekend on CBS from the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. Big winners were Billie Eilish, Beyonce, and Eminem made big headlines as the favorite male hip-hop artist. And it got me to thinking, like, this one's voted by the fans. I think this was one that Dick Clark used to put on years ago. It used to be a really big deal.
Yeah, I didn't think it was still on TV.
Yeah, they didn't do it last year for some reason.
Oh.
And they brought it back this year. Nobody really watched. But SZA, I heard, had a great performance. Rod Stewart had a great performance. Did you watch it, Tomcat?
I did watch it. I'm maybe the only one. But it was okay. I did watch. SZA won like a lot of awards. She was up there. She could barely get her dress up. She had her booty was all jammed.
I like SZA.
Like her butt was hanging out. It was a pretty cool
from
dress.
the Lou.
And she cleaned up, man. She won a lot of awards. What did I see? Rod Stewart was the performance that I saw. I was like, looking at Rod Stewart. How old is this guy?
He's getting up there. He's got.
They all had bands. So like the band really does all the work, and then the person who's up there just kind of like wanders around. No, it's not really that.
Did you watch it, Manny? I know you like music. You're a big fan of.
No, I love music.
There's
Yeah,
that
but
dress.
I haven't watched award shows in years, man. I don't find them representative of like.
So they're
what the people like.
Yeah, they just kind of put whoever they like up there, whoever the spice of the week is.
Did you know that the movie awards, like nobody ever watches those movies when you win like the Academy Awards? The people who judge that don't watch the movies.
They don't?
It's just based off of popularity.
I don't know, because I went to a movie with a Oscar writer or voter or whatever it was, and I don't know.
I would think they gotta watch the movies, right?
How
can you?
I heard that they don't. I heard
they probably don't watch them all, but I would assume that if you're judging movies and you got to give away awards, you got to watch the freaking movie, right?
Yeah.
Depends who the judges are.
Yeah, you would think. I don't know. The American Music Awards. The only thing that seemed to be exciting was Sierra was looking hot on the pictures that I saw.
Oh yeah.
And then I thought, what has happened to hip hop music when I saw that Eminem? Not that he's not a great rapper and he's not one of the best, but he's 25 years ago. What's the new stuff? What's hot now? I know that Kendrick and J. Cole, but I wonder why Kendrick didn't win.
If you had to give it somebody, it would be
Kendrick's the man right now. Like Kendrick is the dude right now. Like I told y'all it was gonna happen, and here we are. But yeah, I don't know why.
Shabuzi is dressed in a tablecloth.
What the hell is he wearing?
Cut out chaps. His ass is probably hanging out the back of that thing.
Is he got on goddamn chaps? I can't really make it out from here. If he got on chaps, what the hell is going on with
He
that?
came as ass man, like Howard
no,
Stern.
That's just ridiculous, dog. Put something else on, man. Wear some fucking jeans and a flannel shirt and a cowboy hat.
He
You
riding
gonna do that?
on a horse with Nas X.
What the hell?
Well, speaking of music, another thing I saw was, the lead singer of Kiss, Gene Simmons. You know that guy, right?
Simmons.
Right.
He came out and said here in the last, I don't know how long ago, this was on a podcast where he said there is no iconic bands that have come out since the year 2000, 25 years ago. He says it's been 25 years since we've had an iconic band. He insists that nothing is timeless anymore, that music has changed. And, I mean, hey, the rapper is 25 years old, but it got me to thinking.
No, hip-hop's 50 years old.
I know, but what I'm saying is that the one that they just crowned the best rapper of the year is from 25 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
So what I'm saying as I'm thinking about this is, let's think about it. Who is a band that has come out in the last 25 years that we could say is iconic, like a band like Led Zeppelin, like Rolling Stones, like the Beatles, like even a lot of the 90s rock bands like Pearl Jam and Nirvana? Who is a iconic rock band that's come out in the 2000s?
The White Stripes, the Killers,
Arctic
Monkeys,
are they iconic?
Kings of Leon,
Are they
Paramore,
iconic?
Imagine Dragons.
I don't think they're iconic though.
Which one?
Like any of them. They're really
the Killers have one big song.
No, they got
White Stripes?
no. The Killers got more than one.
Kings of Leon.
Song.
They're good.
Like they're really, really good bands. Because I was thinking about this earlier in our pre-show, and I was like, Because I was naming off some of those bands. I'm like, but they're not iconic. They're really, really good. You know, and I was thinking like maybe Linkin Park, but they came out in the late 90s and like Blink and, you know.
Foo Fighters, another one, but that's 90s.
I mean, I'm going to talk my shit though and be like, yeah, our generation just had the shit. We just had the best shit, man. I mean, God damn it, how y'all kids fuck it up. But I mean,
21 Pilots, maybe?
Nah, not even.
I mean,
close.
Gorillas.
Even names like Motley Crue and Def Leppard to me are rock bands that are iconic.
Yeah, like
Kiss.
I would think I do want to say that it's a whole new era, right? Because back then, people had to listen to what the record labels put out, what they had on CD or tape at the time, because right, it was a whole different the way that people consume music. Now, music is like everyone is making music. They're making music.
That was Gene Simmons that said that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's absolutely 1,000,000% correct.
There has not been an iconic
No, it
band
hasn't.
that's come
Not
out
since
in the last 25.
He says 25 years ago is 2000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2000.
so there
So in
hasn't
the
been.
2000s, there's
That's-
iconic bands from the 90s, Pearl Jam, Nirvana. You can name a few.
I
of
was
them.
going to say Black Eyed Peas, but I'm like, wait, they came in the 90s.
But it's not rock, right?
Yeah,
Well, I think it's
we
any
just
band.
consider
Band.
groups in
Oh, you
general.
said any band in general?
Yeah, we just consider groups in general because this the radio side of me talking, and I'm like, so I'm thinking of like, okay, and worked in top 40 radio, like what bands that we were playing that were like out of sight, and then I was like maybe Coldplay, but I'm like they came in the 90s too. Then I'm like
Late
fuck.
90s.
Yeah, I was like fuck. So, but then I was like, so I'm like shit. I think he right.
Not even, man, because to me, like iconic is like something like Guns N' Roses.
Yep, I'd give them
you know,
iconic.
like,
Iconic, yes,
yeah.
iconic.
So
Yeah,
do we
so they
never
have
see?
Iconic.
Or are we just old? Are we just old? But I mean,
No, it's
Gene's
not.
older than us. you
No,
know, I
it's
don't
not.
know.
It's not that we're old. Hell no, we ain't finna put that age shit on us. Hell no, we just know better. That's what it is, you know. And even people that aren't really into music like that, but they dislike it, that will tell you like it's just not the same. It's just very.
Now here-
like,
As
it's
years
just
go by, it gets
terrible.
diluted. It gets more diluted.
Yeah, it's just not the same. Like
Now
you know.
now you could say that there has been solo artists. Like I would say Bruno Mars to me is like
Oh sure.
he's iconic. Beyonce,
You know, Lady
Iconic.
Gaga, Taylor Swift.
a lot of solo artists. But what is it about the band, the unit, where you have to get 4 people all in sync, all together? We even had boy bands, if you think
No,
about
that's a great band.
Yeah, we like
NSYNC.
NSYNC,
NSYNC
Backstreet.
and Backstreet Boys. Now, are those iconic bands?
Yeah, hell yeah,
Oh,
they
definitely
are.
iconic.
Hell yeah, they are.
Yeah. So, and they came out in the 2000s, but they weren't really playing
they, though?
instruments.
They were playing that skin flute.
Wait, did they come out in the 2000s? I thought they came out in the late night, like
Can we
99.
look that up from the truck? I'm pretty sure they came out in the early 2000s.
If they came out in the early 2000s, then it would be them.
But they're not like a band in the
Backstreet Boys?
sense that Kiss was a
The
band.
90s.
Yeah, but they still a band though. They just pop.
What year did NSYNC and Backstreet Boys come out? That's the question we'd like to ask the
Yeah,
truck.
they
if they
still
could
a
bring
band.
back those results, that would be great.
I would say
bands.
Backstreet Boys is the 90s and NSYNC in the early 2000s.
Well, let's find
It
out.
says here NSYNC's peak popularity and influence occurred in the late 90s, so they're pre 1998. So
Mhm.
they're
Are they considered bands though? 'Cause
Yeah.
they're
just
not a
all- they're
band.
all
in the,
singers.
yeah, they're not a band in the sense of Kiss, where you got a bass player, a guitar
But-
player.
No,
But-
you
but
hyphenate the word boy in the front. Boy.
Well, I
band.
disagree with that because New Edition's a band.
Yeah, but they,
So is the Barge. The Barge is a band.
but
The
they're
Barge
these
is a
are-
real band. They play instruments.
Yeah, but still, so New Edition, they're all vocalists. All 6 of them are dope. Every last one of them, and they're a band.
I don't disagree.
Yeah,
I
so
just-
NSYNC and
could you
Backstreet, they're
categorize
bands
them as a
too. They're
band?
boy bands.
Back,
And- yeah, they're
Backstreet Boys
bands.
was 99, so before 2000.
Yeah, so see, so we right. So we had all the good shit up to. Listen, we just
to
did,
me
man.
the closest thing would be Linkin Park or Fall Out Boy, possibly.
I would say Fall Out Boy because Linkin Park came out in the 90s too.
They did?
Yep.
Okay.
Fall Out Boy was like 2001, 2002.
So yeah, I think
Yeah.
when I think though when I think this is it's wide open for us to start our band, you know.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, oh yeah.
See, look at that. All that
Oh, yeah.
motivation right there. Y'all got all the knowledge too. Y'all know what works.
I promise you, we're ready.
I'm right there to
We're
support y'all.
working super hard to get our band
I do all
together,
y'all
so.
merch and shit.
Stand by. We promised the audience that the Outcast podcast will have a song recorded with our band, which we do have recordings already with our band that you can
Really?
get at audioswamp.com.
Oh yeah.
Some of the instrumentals we've made, but we want to formulate an entire album, and we will hopefully soon, because we just got to keep rocking. You think that's funny? You think that's funny? We're gonna keep
Yeah,
keep
you
rocking.
little shits back
that's
there.
not funny.
The
Shit,
old
damn.
man band's coming for
That's
you.
why you know the
fuckers.
band take off and shit. Y'all ass can't come on the road. Y'all can't get no tickets. Y'all don't get none of the good food or the good water that we'll drink.
No groupies, no groupies.
Yeah, you don't get the groupie love.
Let's pull up some footage if we can from the truck. I want to see Angus Young. This is just from the last. They're on tour right now. AC/DC.
Are they?
You want to talk about an iconic band?
Oh, yeah.
AC motherfucking
That's a
DC.
fucking-
yeah.
That's an
Shit.
iconic band.
That's not
Right
AC/DC.
It's
What
awesome.
the hell is that?
That's their dad band they're putting together.
What the fuck?
That's not us. Take that shit off.
Motherfuckers are BC, before Christ.
Oh,
That's
hell
great.
No, that's terrible.
They're fucking us up, man. They're getting us.
Hey, I want you to pull up Angus Young from his stadium tour that they're doing right now. I want to see Angus Young at 83 years old, still rocking. Please pull that video from the truck. Look for Angus Young. You probably are too young.
know who Angus
you don't
Young
know who
is?
he is. That's legendary.
Angus Young.
Pull up AC/DC live from Raymond James Stadium, Angus Young. Please, for the love of God.
There we go.
Oh shit.
There we are.
Yeah, that's
Just
not.
look,
Please
AC.
God, don't let that be us.
Yeah.
yet.
Go ahead, roll it.
The
Roll it.
Thunder from Down Under, man.
I'm not hearing anything for some reason. You
Dude,
guys don't have any sound back
I don't
there.
think we could, so I think we might have to
The way this
visualize
dude sings, if he doesn't have skid marks
There
to
he
death
is.
in his drawers
I know,
every night.
right?
There's Angus Young right
There
there.
he is.
83 years old, and
Getting it.
he's still
Holy
rocking.
shit.
He still do the
Wearing
thing
them
with
shorts?
his feet.
I don't know if he can
Does
do
he-
that thing with his feet
You know
anymore.
what I'm saying? Does he still do that? I'm saying if he still do that at 84.
Kind of looks like
Oh,
a
man.
zombie a little bit.
But he's still kicking ass, though. Look at that, man.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It is, but he is getting it.
He's fucking
Back
them-
in black, baby.
Man,
Yeah,
goddamn
he is
it.
doing it.
I tell you kids today, man, y'all lazy as hell,
Dun-dun-dun.
man. Y'all got the perfect opportunity. Like,
That's what it is.
it's
Let's
the
let's
perfect
pound on the younger
opportunity.
generation
That's right. You
again.
goddamn right. Hell yeah,
I know
they
you
deserve
enjoy
it.
doing it, Memphis.
They deserve it sometimes.
But
Not all the time, but sometimes.
You know what they say about an instrument? If you want to learn an instrument, you got to put in 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
And,
I started getting 19 years ago.
and this young generation doesn't want to put 10,000 hours in.
No, they don't.
Unless it involves a video game controller.
FaceTime and working their thumbs and shit.
The shortcut, you get struck by lightning.
Well, they may
man.
save us one day with those
know how to
video
play
game
the piano.
controllers.
You be playing Mozart in like 2 seconds.
When
Let's
they-
move on. Let's move on again. Let's move on again.
There's us.
All right.
Hell no.
It's our band. Old
Our,
man band.
our president, Donald Trump, is still trying to get Canada to become a 51st state.
We don't want those
It
guys.
says here President Donald Trump is still angling for Canada, home to one of the world's largest economies. And they boast a landmass that's slightly bigger than the United States. Did you realize that Canada has more landmass than the U.S.?
That is pretty odd. I did not know that, Gentry.
That's a nugget for you.
That is a nugget.
Cold as fuck, though.
It says this time offering the northern neighbor inclusion into this new air defense system. We have a video from the truck. If we could, let's roll that beam footage.
Is this Macron getting
President
smacked
Trump
by his wife?
outlined
No.
new information about a missile defense system to protect the U.S. from being attacked. It's called the Golden Dome, and Sarah
Sounds
Jenkins
like a sex
explains
act.
in this week's brief.
For months,
Get that
President
Golden
Trump
Dome,
has
baby.
shared his desire for a defense system like Israel's Iron Dome and requested funding for it during his joint address to Congress in March. A recent Pentagon assessment warns of increasing missile threats from China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran over the next decade. With an initial $25 billion budget proposed and a projected total cost of around $175 billion, President Trump said the Golden Dome missile defense system would be capable of intercepting missiles launched from anywhere in the world or space. He said
So it sounds
Space.
like, I know that they have this over Israel. They call it the Iron
The
Dome.
Iron Dome, and we helped build that one.
Yeah, and they claim that the Iron Dome is what saved a lot of people in Israel, or else it'd be a lot worse over there.
Hey.
Because this thing is supposedly can knock missiles right out of the sky with its technology. What do you know about it, Tomcat?
Well, I know we all saw it happen when Iran launched 2 times. They launched like the biggest missile and drone attack that I think anyone's, well, at least I don't know, what the history of that is, but it was a giant drone and missile attack that they launched into Israel. And if they didn't have that Iron Dome to knock them down from space, the space-based interceptors and the ground ones, it would have just been all Israel would have been destroyed by that. Twice they did it, and the only reason that Israel, I think, even still exists right now because they shot so much crap at it is because of their Iron Dome. So we need it because threats are big. China, we're heading towards war with China, and unfortunately, it's maybe Russia right now because talks are not going real good with Putin and Trump.
Oh yeah, I heard Trump's pissed off at Putin.
And we need to be able to protect ourselves and me, basically.
Memphis, what do you know about the Golden Dome or the Iron Dome that they use over in Israel? Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I was like not really paying attention to it because I'm gonna keep living my life.
You weren't paying attention to the Iron Dome?
I know what the Iron Dome is. Like I said, Israel, I've known about that. I mean, we learned about that in like history class in the 9th grade. We've always known that.
That one's been around a long time.
Yeah, you learned that in school. Y'all didn't learn that in school?
I don't think they
teach
taught
y'all
us
that?
about that in school.
That
No.
sucks. Sorry. Well, we learned about that. Y'all been knew about that. Well, that's not a shocker. I think everybody knows about that. But the Golden Dome, I'm like, what I care about a Golden Dome for? I'm like, I'm going to
what if it could save your life?
Man, please.
You don't think it's going to save anyone's life? This missile defense system?
I think it is stupid. It's just dumb.
Like a waste of money, you think?
Definitely a waste of money. Like we lived all this time and we've had all these same enemies and they ain't did shit. I mean, look.
They have concepts of a plan.
Whatever. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I really don't care.
All right. Well, what about you, Manny? Have you heard about the Golden Dome?
Hey, yeah, definitely heard about. I mean, I heard about the Iron Dome. The Golden Dome is something new.
This is a new one. This is why we're talking about it. This
Right.
just came out here. Trump dangled this carrot in front of Canada. He said this was just yesterday on his social media platform. He said that he could write. He could help them. What did he say? I told Canada, which very much wants to be a part of our fabulous Golden Dome system.
Yo, anything golden is good.
So
anything
he said
with gold involved is good.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
He
You know what I'm
said
saying?
if they're the 51st state, they get it free. Otherwise, it would be required to contribute $61 billion.
Got you. So he's offering Canada, like, we'll build this Golden Dome and we'll throw it over your place as well. But you got to do it now because if you don't do it, it's going to cost you.
He's the ultimate deal maker.
I'm glad Canada's and I'm glad Canada's telling him go fuck himself too.
Is that what they
Now
said?
but that's not what Trump says this morning. This morning, Trump said that they're willing to talk.
That's cool. That's great. Keep believing that, but that's fine.
I think
carry on.
it's kind of funny that like half of Mexico is in it, but the other half isn't. So half of Mexico's cool.
Yeah, can we get Mexico in the Golden Dome because we need some of their product.
We got a little bit of it that we get right there. The rest will be
I don't know
gone.
if Mexicans would appreciate that.
I did see
that is Manny's view and his views on
products is
folks,
avocados,
ladies.
is it's cultural. There's a lot of products out there, man.
Avocados from Mexico.
They're delicious.
Now I
There's
heard
a lot of products out there.
I did hear Memphis about a week ago say something that he liked that Trump did. I don't know if he even realized it.
I don't know either.
You
What
said
did I
that you
say?
said that you were happy that they finally got it passed through that there's no tax for tips.
Yeah.
You heard about that legislation, right?
Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, because that shit, they've been talking about
That's
that
good,
shit.
right?
No, he
that's
came
been
up
talking
with
about
that. He
no,
came up with that.
No,
Yes,
he
he
didn't.
did.
No, he
Yes,
did
he
not.
did.
No, he did not. And I'm gonna explain to you why he didn't. Because people don't realize unless you like in the people, if you're in the service industry, then you definitely know, or in the like the radio side, even the DJ side.
But he was the first one to start talking about it in the 2024 campaign when he talked to a server out in Las Vegas.
That's not true because they was on Obama head because Obama talked about it and said he was going to do it and he didn't do it. Yeah, so no, he did not.
Disagree.
But anyway, back to that's fine. You don't have to agree. But anyway, back to my point was that back in 2004 in the Bush administration, that's when they fucked it up to where they made it where you had to pay taxes on your tips. So like bartenders, servers, DJs, people that's in like bands like what you guys gonna do out and do that and get all that additional income that you didn't have to claim on your taxes and shit. That was take home. So like for example, I use myself as an example on the radio side. Part of my deals were that I had 4 gigs appearances a week, just club gigs. So a minimum I made $400 cash every gig, and that's not including my other appearances like going to like tanning salons and all this other shit. So I can have about $3,000 in cash every week in my hand, which I would
tanning salons.
Hell yeah, because
Where you going to the tanning salon?
$3,000 a week tanning?
No,
What the
you
hell's
guys
going
are
on?
not, you guys are not listening.
I don't do that.
You guys are not listening. Like appearances.
Oh,
This is
okay.
appearances. I'm talking perfect English here now.
All right.
And we had appearances. Gentry would know. Gentry's a radio guy, so he understands this. And he would go to different appearances, whether it be the club or a bar, or if he had to go to like an eye doctor, somebody who's
Call that a talent fee.
yeah, it's the same thing, but we call it whatever the fuck you call it, wherever you was at, it's the same thing. But we was getting paid. We was getting paid cash, and you didn't have to pay taxes on that. And then in 2004, they canceled it. So I mean, people was making shit. You could be a server, and they would your minimum wage be like say $215, but you know in cash you taking home $600 in cash every night, tax free. That hurt a lot of people, man. So he did not just start. I mean, I'm glad he had to pass in was it the House or whatever? It passed unanimously on both sides there, you know. But like they've been talking about this
No
a long
Democrat
time.
voted for that bill.
They had to.
No.
They had to.
They didn't.
Don't matter. The fact of the matter is, it like because I know a lot of people in the service industry, so that hurt because a lot of people are hurting right now, like really, really, really hurting.
Right
so
now,
that helps
man.
people. So yeah, I'm for that.
You give me $3,000 a week, you could tan my ass till I look like Shaka Zulu.
Well, we know, no, we don't do that either. No, we don't do that either. No, that's not what we do. We don't do that. No, we don't.
All right,
do that.
let's. We got one quick note we want to make before we get to Tomcats' not so good news. If you want to count down the days to football, we are less than 100 days away from football.
Yay!
We're only like 6-7 weeks away from training camps. And the season officially kicks off. NFL preseason, July 31st will be, looks like the preseason games will be kicking off here, 2 months?
Well, I definitely won't be picking the freaking Chiefs this time, I'll tell you what.
No Chiefs?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm done with the Chiefs here.
Now,
I've had
Manny,
it.
now usually if I know sports fans from New York, typically if you root for the Mets, you root for the Jets. And if you root for the Yankees, you root for the Giants. Is that true? And is that you?
No, I'm vice versa. I love. I grew up because '86 was the year
For the Mets.
where I
So
became
you're
a
Mets.
fan. Yeah, so I was a big Mets fan, and '86 was also the year that the Giants came up. Mark Bavaro, Phil Simms, you remember that.
Yeah.
LT and them.
Yeah, LT.
Yeah.
Wow, LT. So yeah, no, I'm Mets Giants.
Mets Giants. See, now
Yeah,
that's not the norm though, right? Because usually it's Mets Jets and it's Yankees Giants.
It also rhymes better.
Yeah, Mets and Jets. You think that the Giants got anything going this year? It seems like they've been pretty bad. Jets same way.
They're gonna be trash, man. Then they passed up on Deion Sanders' boy, right?
Yeah, Shador. Yeah, that was stupid.
Everybody seemed
That
to
was
pass on.
stupid. That was stupid. That was
yo.
dumb.
That
was dumb.
What was dumb?
So
that they all
dumb.
passed on Shador? That was dumb?
That was dumb.
That would have been a
That was
match made
so
in heaven. It would have been a
stupid.
match made in heaven.
Because the teams that needed him, like, listen, you can say whatever you want about Shador, but Shador, that boy is a winner.
He has a weird name, I'll say that.
He is a winner, and
What's wrong with that name, Tomcat?
Yeah, what's wrong
People
with
might
that?
think Tom is a dumb
They
name.
might.
And that kid
Tom
in-
is
that
voted
kid
the
in New
most
York would've
trustworthy
been
name
great.
of all names. I'll have you know.
Congratulations,
I'm
Tom.
glad the Giants didn't get him because he would
I'm
have killed his
trustworthy.
career. But in
What about
Cleveland-
Tommy? Tommy, are you? I'm surprised you're not a Tommy.
Are you making fun of your name still?
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What about Thomas? Thomas is pretty trustworthy.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Tomas.
Right,
Tomas.
sit down. It's a much longer
Oh,
version.
Tomas.
Sorry to interrupt
Dumbass.
what Memphis was saying. What were you saying?
Oh no, I'm just saying that Cleveland, they're gonna use Shador as a trading piece. Whoever end up with him, man, they're gonna have a winner. As long as he ain't a Cowboy or either one of the teams in New York, I think he'd be all right.
What's going to happen to Dak Prescott? Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's going to be a Cowboy this year?
They still owe him a lot of money, so I'm assuming so.
Interesting. What are we showing on the screen right now? I don't understand.
I don't know what they're doing over here.
They're
What-
scrolling
Never
through
know.
what is
Adolf
that?
Hitler, man. You guys.
What is
Six
that?
baby names you should probably avoid.
Uh-oh, Tom better not
Messiah.
be on there.
Holy
Adolf
shit.
Hitler's
Adolf
out,
Hitler.
obviously.
Allah.
Allah.
Well, yeah, people get mad about that one. 1069. We're not sure about that.
I don't
Santa
get the
Claus.
one to
That would be
1069.
fun.
What does that mean?
3.
3? What does that mean? What does that mean? 1069.
I didn't know anyone would name their kid 1069.
1976, the North Dakota Supreme Court ruled that short order cook and high school teacher Michael Herbert Dangle could not be charged
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
in the name. It's hard to read. It's far away. Could not change his name to 1069. Oh, he wanted to, but you couldn't.
All right, it's now time to go to our not so good news man who's standing by with the latest headlines.
I better put these freaking glasses on here.
Here we go.
What did I do?
Not so good news do you have for us out
I'm
there,
just giving
Tom?
you a
I
hard
have
time.
some good stories for you guys.
I got you. I'm excited.
All right,
for 'em.
unfortunately, this one's bad. No, I'm just kidding. The
Oh,
Duck
damn.
Dynasty star died here. Phil Robertson, the patriarch of the Robertsons family and star of the reality show Duck Dynasty, passed away on May 25th at the age of 79, unfortunately. So there's a duck call for you.
Are they going to be able to fit all that beard in the casket? That's a lot of beard.
There's a lot of beard.
Yeah, God bless him. He was a good soul, a good egg.
He was. I like that show. I just watched a little bit. This is some odd stuff that happened on this day, May 28th, back in history, all the way back in 585 BC, the day the sun took a break. During a battle between the Lydians and the Medes, a solar eclipse occurred, causing both sides to drop their weapons in awe and declare a truce. This
Nice.
celestial surprise was reportedly predicted by the Greek philosopher Thales of Miletus. I definitely said that wrong.
I know you did.
1431, Joan of Arc's fashion faux pas. Joan of Arc was accused of wearing men's clothes. You don't say. A serious offense at the time. This charge contributed to her conviction and subsequent execution.
They did it real
They
back
should
in
have come a
585.
long
Back
way,
in
buddy.
585, man, they didn't fuck around.
Yeah.
Burned the pants off.
1588, the Spanish Armada set sail. The Invincible Armada departed to invade England, aiming to overthrow Queen Elizabeth I. Spoiler alert, things didn't go as they planned. 1937, the Volkswagen is born. Another 1937, the Golden Gate Bridge opens up. That's a good one.
I've been
That's a
there.
big one. 1934, Dion quintuplets make history. That's the name of the lady's last name. Do you know what quintuplets are? That is 5 kids at the same time from the
Damn.
same mom.
That's a gang of them.
In Ontario, Canada, the Dion quintuplets were born, the first known set of quintuplets to survive infancy.
She got a full basketball squad.
did.
5
She got
on
starting
5.
five. Yeah.
In 1936, Alan Turning's groundbreaking paper, the mathematician Alan Turning submitted a paper on it's called On Computable Numbers, laying the foundation for modern computer science. And all the computers and shit we use, and the cell phones, and the iPhone, and the Golden Dome, folks. No, I'm just kidding. 1961, Amnesty International was founded. All right, notable birthdays on May 28th. Ian Fleming, he's a British author. Gladys Knight, American
Happy
singer.
birthday.
That's right. Rudy Giuliani, know that guy? Kylie Minogue.
She got an ass.
All right, I got some funny stories for you guys today. My first story is robot fights in China. In a groundbreaking event, China hosted the world's first humanoid robot boxing match on May 25th in Hangzhou, Xinjiang, China.
Oh, here we go.
Now, 4 humanoid robots controlled by human operators engaging in a tournament-style boxing matches developed by Unitree Robotics. These robots showcase their combat skills, including hooks, kicks, and some type of strange, sexual position this thing goes in at the end.
Oh, look at those
Sure.
splits.
Oh,
no.
yeah?
Just come take it. Come take it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to scare him away with my geesh.
Go kick him in the floppy drive.
This second story is a really messed up one about a car that runs into a crowd at a Liverpool parade.
Oh, no.
Warnings, this is a little graphic. A car drove into a crowd during Liverpool FC's Premier League victory parade on May 26, approximately 6 p.m.
Holy oh, fuck.
A 53-year-old white British man from West Derby was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder.
Looks
He
like
must have been on the losing side of that.
looks like a GTA game.
Yeah,
you know,
you
just
cut it. It
run
was a
people
lot.
Over.
They cut the video. I got him with that one. All right. Face fart. A woman blames her ex-husband's farts for a sinus infection. This is a woman from UK. She claims her ex-husband's excessive farting caused her chronic sinus infections.
Possible breakup revenge that anyone could ever get. We dated like 7 years ago. I've had a persistent sinus infection ever since he and I stayed in a hotel one night after I had surgery. And he farted terribly. Like, I couldn't breathe. I've never, ever smelled anything that even compares to that. And I got my sinus infection cultured today. I've gotten it like imaged. I've had all of these tests done. Doctors haven't been able to figure it out. And it is E. coli. And
Damn.
She's dating Ramo.
Get E. coli in your sinuses because E. coli is from poop. So like
farted in her face when she.
I can see why you got rid of her. She's annoying.
So I told my lady about this story. She immediately blamed me for her itchy eyes and said it was because I was.
She caught E. coli off a fart.
A fart, like it was holy.
Oh shit!
But he farted in her face though.
Well, she says he just farted so nasty.
How
like,
do you get in the position to get
mouth.
farted in your face?
Hey man, people into some freaky shit, man. You Diddy out here.
This next story is some pretty freaky shit. This is the Crypto King. Have you heard of the Crypto King?
Somewhat.
Apparently, the Crypto King held this guy hostage for a week in his swanky New York apartment, tortured this Italian Bitcoin millionaire, and this is a video of him getting out of there in his nothing but his bare feet and his computer, and he goes up to a cop. This is when he escaped, right? And he dropped this guy. The Crypto King is known for dropping $100,000 in a single night partying at exclusive nightclubs. This guy tortured this guy for like a week with a chainsaw and electrocuted him.
Damn.
Yep.
But
he's trying to get him for his crypto, his Bitcoin.
You already tortured him with a chainsaw. Well, you need to electrocute him.
Right.
Yep. This is the club is called The Box. This is a video of the Crypto King party. That's the Crypto King right there. And then we got another video of him partying in this club, The Box, where he drops like $100,000.
The real hot box.
Oh yeah. Crypto King in The Box coming up here.
That's just a shame. All Bitcoin.
This is a New York nightclub. Man, these guys are loaded, these crypto dudes. This guy's dropping $100,000 in a night. Then Joel Waltz, 37, his alleged accomplice William Duplessis, 33, started frequenting The Box, a notorious Lower East Side hotspot back in February when they took this guy hostage. Shouts out to the Crypto King. My next story, this is some female service agents that started fighting. Two U.S. female Secret Service officers were suspended following a physical altercation outside former President Barack Obama's Washington, D.C. residence. As you kind of see him scuffling up there at the top.
What's they fighting for?
Yep.
They find out what they were up to around there?
This is a video that's been circulating. The footage, one officer is heard calling for a supervisor, stating, "I need a supervisor out here immediately before I whoop this girl's ass." Moments before the confrontation escalated to shoving and punching.
This is outside the Obama residence?
Yes, it is, sir. The altercation reportedly stemmed from frustration over one officer arriving late to relieve the other officer from her shift. Secret Service has launched an internal investigation. I'm sure they have.
That shit happens.
All right, my next story is these next level AI videos. Google's latest AI video generation model, VO3, is making waves.
Right now, what would you be and why? Not quick.
A sloth.
None of this is real.
A party sloth. Real slow. Biggest craving right now? Go.
Sleep, but
like
in a giant, warm bread loaf.
Define true love for me tonight.
The one I think is really crazy. Go to the next video if you would, guys. This next one, this first one. Watch this video in its entirety. Because I only thought the second two videos were AI, but not the first one.
AI video creation has evolved so much since 2021.
Sometimes we can't even say which videos are real and which are AI generated.
I don't know. Someone told me the video that you are watching right now has been generated using one single prompt. So, my question is, who am I?
Yep, he is right. All three videos that you just watched were created using one single prompt.
So this new VO3, the first one, the second two videos I could tell they were AI, but that first video I couldn't tell at all. One notable application of the VO3 is the creation of AI-generated street interviews. These videos mimic real-world interviews with impressive realism, showcasing VO3's compatibilities in producing lifelike human figures.
Wait, so that's not real?
Not real.
If the guys
What
can
the
pull up from the truck, we did some of these for our stations where we were trying to get some videos, but we weren't having the greatest success. We made some basketball ones for our partnership with Shaq, and when they were trying to shoot the baskets, like they would have too many fingers, or when we had them dancing and breakdancing, they'd have one leg. But it sounds like they're advancing this AI, and it's getting better. That stuff did look pretty
That
good.
looks very damn real to me. That's even scarier,
I
man.
think what's really scaring people is that if you're a working actor and you do television commercials, or you get paid to be a performer in any aspect of television, that you can now be replaced by them just making the computer do exactly what you want it to do.
Yep, that's what they said. That some guy made that with about $500. They made that video, the one with the interviews, and that would have taken, like they're saying, like hundreds of thousands of dollars to do the lighting and the cameras. You got to pay for all that. No more cameras, no more lighting, no more actors.
Give it a couple years.
If you're watching the
that's the weird one you made.
The YouTube one we said we wanted for our hip hop station. Give us a guy breakdancing in the streets.
It ain't bad though.
You can see that
that's crazy,
like,
man.
That's not. It's not possible with the human body, but you can see how close that is.
But I'm looking at the crowd, the background, the boombox, and like the city behind
It's
it.
so real.
That's very good. Like the breakdancing I get is very difficult, but man, without the breakdancing guy in there,
yeah, it looked pretty good.
It looked pretty damn good.
That's with Runway AI we used here at the studio. Runway AI. You do have to pay for it. It's pretty affordable, but you can tell it anything to do, and it will just animate it by just giving a prompt.
My next story here is more of the inmates have been caught here from the Louisiana escape. This is some body cam footage of a high-speed chase. Well, really the arrest after two escapees, Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald, were apprehended in Walker County here.
Hey, everybody move to the right side of the car. Open the door, dude. I'm not opening. You kidding me? Get out.
Yeah, I'm not opening my door. You kidding me? He said.
Got hands if everybody can hold it. Jumbo, good hands?
These were the guys that got out of jail and broke out. There was 10 of them total, right? So now what? They've caught 7 of the 10?
As of now, 8 of the escapees have been
So there's 2
captured.
left.
2 more, Derek Groves and Anthony Massey,
And he made
retaining
it to
at
Texas.
large. 20
Okay,
grand.
okay. So remember last week we were talking about like at least somebody make it to Texas. Okay.
And where did it start? Where did they
Louisiana.
escape?
Louisiana.
Louisiana made it to Texas.
May 16th, they escaped from New Orleans Justice Center here.
Okay, so you got 2 more left on the loose. Maybe by next week's
One
show.
of them, another
Get 'em
one.
all.
These 2 got caught here in this video. Another escapee, Lenton Van Buren Jr., was found sitting on a bench near a department store in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, after an anonymous tip. He was taken into custody without incident. So he was just.
What's funny is
That's
like
it,
when
man.
they broke out through the wall with the toilet, they wrote "too easy."
Yeah. Oh, that was great, bro. That was great. All right, this is a Las Vegas security guard who maces the shit out of this guy to Jolene by Dolly Parton. A recent viral video from Las Vegas captures security guard pepper spraying the shit out of a guy on Fremont Street while Dolly Parton's jam plays in the background.
Damn, he pepper spraying shit out of here.
Jolene.
Vegas.
I hate seeing people get tased or maced or anything like that.
All right, this next video is a video the White House posted. The video titled 10 Jihadis Eliminated. All right?
Yeah.
Then they also go on to say that we haven't forgotten the threat posed by jihadis. 10 more were permanently removed from the battlefield in Somalia yesterday. That brings a total to over 100 bloodthirsty terrorists killed since President Trump was sworn in. We will find you and we will kill you.
Yeah, go America.
Boom.
Kill more people.
Crypto King, my final video today is a hilarious scene from the annual cheese roll.
Cheese. The cheese.
Check it out.
Oh, yeah, this is where they roll cheese down a hill and some people run to go
Holy
get the
shit!
cheese.
He ate it, didn't he?
Whoa.
This is on Cooper's Hill near Glasgow, England. Gloucester,
I was about to say, I know that ain't America.
Gloucester,
I know
England.
that ain't America.
That's not Joe Cheese.
Every year on the last Monday of May. Open to anyone who's brave or wild enough to run. So the winners here, I looked it up, 2025 Cooper Hill Cheese Rolling Event. Tom Kopoke, I tear people's names up. Tom Kopoke, the German YouTuber, secured his 2nd consecutive victory in the first men's downhill race. Luke Briggs, a local from Gloucester, Said that wrong again. Dressed in a Superman, won the second men's race. And then Brian Smith, hailing from New Zealand, Smith clinched a victory in the final men's race.
Somebody travels. Oh, wow.
Man, I know that.
At least stay outside. At least stay outside.
The event,
At least stay outside.
known for its steep 200-yard slope, a high-speed chase, big piece wheel of cheese, they chase down this mountain. It continues to attract participants worldwide despite the inherent risk and frequent injuries. Broken legs,
get the cheese?
Lost penis.
Man, these guys definitely break bones.
Is that
and
all you
stuff.
get? The
My
wheel of cheese?
Oh, when you get hung up with other people, it probably really gets bad.
Yeah. All the concussions.
That's how you get that
and
pink
shit.
eye right there, ass right in the
Look
face.
at that guy. He's flying. That one guy. But
Get that cheese.
There you go. He ate it.
He did pretty good though with that tumble.
Boom.
He did pretty good. That guy.
He did.
He deserves the cheese.
That looks like your breakdancing
Who
guy.
moved my cheese?
The human body can do that.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
you're going to regret it later,
is
though.
that that all you got, Tomcat?
I do believe that's the news, Gentry.
Man, that was pretty fucking good today, Tomcat.
nice
You were
work,
pretty
dude.
good, man. Pretty good.
That was a lot of them.
Well, we appreciate Manny coming by. That's Manny
Yeah,
Otero, mi Cuban papi chulo. Que paso,
Thanks for
papi?
Yo,
being
B.
here,
That's
Doc.
what's up. That's what's up. It was a pleasure being here with you guys.
Representing the NYC, representing Florida, representing America. That's what I like about Manny.
Represent.
Just he represents
America,
Represent.
fuck
That's
yeah.
what we like.
Hell yeah. Fuck
Also,
yeah.
shout out to my man Memphis. What's your
Word.
shirt say, Memphis?
I love hip-hop.
I love hip hop. Yeah,
There you go.
shout out to
Oh,
Memphis.
then you must love Eminem.
Well, yeah, he hip-hop. of
Number
course.
one.
And then also shout out to you, Tomcat. You did a great job
Yes, you
today's
did.
broadcast,
Why,
man.
thank you, sir. Why, thank you.
Good. So it's been a good broadcast. It is officially summertime now that we got past Memorial Day. So happy summer, everybody. You can break out your Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song now because
Yeah.
it is summertime.
Drink plenty of water, too, man. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, don't
It's getting hot out here.
don't be going too crazy chasing the cheese. You know what I mean?
Don't
And
do
that
it.
and that Tyrese Halliburton shot is ugly as hell. He made a deal with the devil to make that shit go
cut
in.
it
It's,
out.
it's one of the ugliest shots I ever seen.
Hey, he making it, though. He kicking y'all ass, though. Y'all better get this next one.
Deal with the devil, man.
Or y'all going fishing. I don't know
deal
where
with
they
the
going to
devil.
send you, though.
See you back next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. God bless. And we'll see you next week here on the Outcast Podcast. So long, everybody.
Yeah.